Page 26, Here We Come A-Wassailing. If you like to go wassailing, go with it. 6/8 time to start. 1 flat, we're in the key of F major. Make sure you can do the scale, F major scale, 1 octave up and down. This piece is a good example of music where the time signature changes. You just gotta love it. Because if you look at the end of the 3rd line on page 26, the very end, it has a double bar and then a 4/4. It just changed different section. The double bar is for the different section. The double bar has nothing to do with the time signature change. They don't go together. It's a different section, but the other section happens to be in another time signature, is all. And it's in 4/4. Well, then if you look at the end on page 27, the repeat sign means you're going to repeat it because there's a reverse repeat sign back toward the beginning. Well, that means you're going to go back into 6/8. So we're going back and forth between 6/8 and 4/4. Well, this will be fun. Let's talk about it. First, I want to get the notes and the rhythms, or pretty much. We're starting at 6/8 time, so an 8th note gets a count. And we're coming in on a pickup beat. We're coming in on beat 6. So it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far, it's pretty straightforward, I hope, till you get to the end of the 3rd line. It's 1, 2, 3. The A is on beat 4. The problem is it's a duple or a couple, whatever you want to call it, depending on what country you're from. I want those 2 notes to be spread apart over 3 counts. It's the opposite of what a triplet does. Triplet would want 3 notes within a couple of counts. Here we want 2 notes within 3 counts. There's nothing confusing about that, right? Well, have another glass of wine. It's early in the morning. But we're just going to spread it out. Just make them a little longer. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It comes on the end of 5, the last note. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and. It comes on the end of 5. 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. It just spreads them out a little bit. Or you feel it. 1, 2. Okay? Now, when you change time signatures, we need something that ties them together. Something that's sort of constant. Because we're not going to be messing up the beat. We went into a time signature. Changing a time signature means we're changing the natural accents. We're changing the feel. We're not necessarily changing the beat. We can, but we usually don't. So if you look at the beginning of the last line on page 28, above the staff, after a change of time signatures, if you can see that already, they're telling you what equals what. And a lot of times they'll do this. Sometimes they don't. You have to figure it out. Good luck. But they're saying a dotted quarter note, which is the same as 3/8 notes, is now equal to a half note. Same as 4/8 notes. So what we're doing is a dotted quarter note. It's easier if you look at the left hand at the beginning. Those are dotted quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, at the bottom they're saying that those dotted quarter notes are now going to be equal to a half note. So I could play the top part in the left hand counting half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. The notes are the same speed. I'm just, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm going 1, 2, 3. It's as if the 6/8 time were triplets. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplet, triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how they're tying this together. And so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. At the top of page 27, that's a 2 on that F sharp. And hold it down. 3. That fingering in the book's very good. I like that. So do that. And then when you get down to the end, the last measure goes back into 6/8 time. So the last line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like feeling triplets. 1, 2, triplet, triplet for the 6/8 time. It throws it off. Left hand's got the chords for the most part. Hopefully you can get that. The last line on page 28, let's go over those chords. You have here and then here. Third line, that is an F and a C and an E. We're just kind of the F is staying constant. We're just changing here. So fourth and left hand moves around a little bit. Let's go to the last line on page 27. You're here and then here. Now, the B flat is tied. Hang on to it. And then they say fourth finger here. That's a stretch. You may have to let go of that. And then while you're holding the F down, because it's tied, you do the other. And after you do that, I come out here. So the last line again is here to here. Hold the B flat down. Now hold the F down. Fortunately, the right hand's just holding an F down through all that mess, pretty much. Now put the hands together. 1, 2. If it'll help you, think of triplets. Triplet, 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 triplet. Because then when you get to the third line, you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Triplet, 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 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. But there is a constant in there. This is tricky. Anyway, get rid of the hesitation so the beat, whatever it is, can keep going regularly. As far as articulation goes, just follow the phrasing in the right hand and try and connect this left hand as best you can, except for the rest, of course. Dynamics, that's the melody. Whatever you think, moderately soft. And then the end of the third line, when you're going into the next section, you go up to loud. Keep the left hand in the background throughout all of this. Speed-wise, it's a happy piece. You're wassailing. Be happy about it. Roadmap-wise, it's pretty straightforward. There's a reverse repeat sign toward the beginning. There's a repeat sign at the end, so you repeat back to there. You keep doing for each verse, however many verses you're going to sing, because there's 3 verses printed there on page 27 at the bottom. And then when you're finally done on the last one, there's a fine there in the last measure on page 27. You simply end and don't play the pickup beat to the next verse, because there's no next verse. You're quitting, so just stop there. I'd like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms, and I will repeat it 1 time because we need practice at going back and forth between these different time signatures. I put the metronome on what the beat is going to feel like. because that's going to stay pretty steady. So at the beginning of this, the beat is actually 2 beats per measure, or the dotted quarter note. So it's going to go 1, 2, 2. So it's the eighth notes would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like triplet, triplet, that's easier for you to think of it that way, do it there. But then when we get to the next section, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So the pulse is the same. We get 2 beats per measure at the beginning. 1, 2, 2, 2. And at there we got the same, the half notes are the same speed as the dotted quarter notes. 2, 2. Follow along, I'll play it and you can play along with me if you need to. Just one hand at a time if you need to. So I'm going to start out by giving us 2 of these pulses, and we're going to come in right before the next one. So it's like ready and go and triplet, 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 like that to start. Good luck with all that. 1 and go and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Bullet, triple, bullet, triple, bullet. 1, 2, 2. 2. Rest. 1, 2. 2. Triple. Repeat.